We have all built something like this, a project with perfect measurements and flawless materials that simply refuses to lift. Why do our most carefully constructed plans so often remain tethered to the dirt? Take Saya. She and her grandmother didn't take shortcuts. They used the lightest paper, the most flexible wood, and tied every knot with calculated precision. On paper, this kite is a masterpiece of engineering. In practice, it's just a colorful weight dragging through the grass. This is the paradox of preparation. You can have every physical component in place and still lack the one thing that makes the system work. To fly, a kite needs more than structure. It requires an external force, wind, to strike the surface and create the pressure we call lift. In any system, we call this the activating variable. It is the spark that turns a static object into a functional one. But the field is silent. Sia runs until she's breathless, pulling the string with everything she has, but she cannot manufacture the wind her kite requires. Eventually, the physical effort becomes a dead end. She stops running. She stops fighting the stillness of the air and lets the string go slack. Her current strategy has hit a ceiling. When physical mechanics yield a zero result, the only way forward is to introduce an entirely different kind of input. Sia closes her eyes. She stops seeing the kite as a collection of wood and string and starts seeing it as the vessel for her intention. She begins to visualize the ascent. In her mind, she is already feeling the tension of the string and the chill of the upper atmosphere. This internal focus acts as a catalyst. When the world outside provides no momentum, she begins to generate it from within. Watch how the equation changes. As physical struggle slides away, belief takes its place as a functional part is immediate. The flat line breaks, trending upward in a curve, suggesting the flight is already beginning. This belief acts as the ignition. It provides the upward pressure the environment refused to give. The reaction is violent and beautiful. The kite snaps off the ground, shooting vertically into the sky, as if waiting for this specific signal. Gravity loses its grip. The kite gains its own momentum, dragging Saya off her feet and pulling her toward the clouds. They leave the silent field behind, ascending through the layers of the atmosphere until the world below is just a distant memory of shadows. High above the weather, they drift through the stars. Saya reaches out, feeling the cold silver light of the cosmos against her skin. The paper and string now hold the weight of her entire imagination, reaching heights the wind alone could never sustain. Once a dream is activated this way, it has no ceiling. It carries the weight of the dreamer with it. Look at the reflection in this puddle. The stars were always there, even when the kite was stuck in the mud. The kite Sia built was never broken. It was simply waiting for the right fuel to enter the system. We all have these dream vehicles, plans we have polished and structured until they look perfect, yet they refuse to move. A vehicle is just a static object until you add the combustible fuel of courage. Without it, even the best engineering remains a lawn ornament. Preparation builds the frame, but courage is the only force that can actually launch it. Look at the dormant kites in your own life. Identify the plans that are currently gathering dust because you're waiting for the wind to change. Stop running against the stillness. Stop trying to force the world to cooperate, and instead look at what happens when you commit your full belief to the machine you've built. Every dream is built with the inherent capacity to fly. Have the courage to trust your work, provide your own spark, and release your string.